For today, in the name of freedom, we take the battle to them.
Ladies and gentlemen, next year we will be having a huge event for all Marvel fans, and that will, of course, be Avengers Doomsday. There's been a huge cast that has already been announced, of course, the whole chairs thing, but everyone seems to know, or seems to think that they know, where these movies are going, both Doomsday and Secret Wars, because this is very much seeming like a part 1 and part 2, and most people, myself included, agree that this was not the way to go. We should have gotten at least one Avengers movie, the new Avengers doesn't count, before this. We're immediately going straight to Doctor Doom, which is insane. And, of course, Avengers Doomsday is definitely going to end with Doctor Doom creating Battleworld, and we will have all these characters in one world. We will have the X-Men, we will have the freaking, hopefully, the OG Fantastic Four. I'm hoping. And of course, we'll have the new MCU, we'll have the variants from Deadpool and Wolverine, and we're just waiting to see what this movie is going to be like. But there was a post on Reddit which I saw, and yes, it's something on Reddit that isn't uh, inappropriate. And it is to do with the logo for Avengers Secret Wars. Now, of course, we have the release date, like the slate. For next year, we will be getting Doomsday and Spider-Man Brand New Day, and we will be getting Secret Wars in actually 2 years. Exactly, in exactly 2 years from today. But the logo is what this person was talking about. I can't find the post right now, but I do have the image. So before we get into specifics, you can see that, all of the Avengers logos, except for one of them, okay, the new Avengers doesn't count, all of them have the same sort of idea here, because you have the word Avengers, and then, of course, you have the circle around the A, except for one of them. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Avengers Infinity War, the only part 1 movie of the Avengers, or the Avengers movie specifically. This is the only part 1, and as you can see, there's only one part of the circle that is on the logo. And even here with Avengers Doomsday, you can see that the A does have the most of the circle around it, just like the rest of the films. So this is a theory which I have seen proposed, and this is not the first time I've seen this, of course, but maybe Avengers Doomsday is not the part 1 of this series. Because Infinity War was the part 1 and it had half the logo, and there is only one other Avengers movie logo that has this, half circle, and that is Avengers Secret Wars. Now, oh boy. If they do, I wouldn't be surprised if they do split Avengers Secret Wars into 2 movies. In my opinion, if there's any movie of the 2 of them that should be split into 2 parts, it is Avengers Secret Wars, because that is one of the biggest, actually not one of, it will be the biggest movie of all time. Yes, even if it doesn't make as much money as, like Endgame or Avatar, whatever, as far as the movie goes and the cast and the characters we will have, it will be the biggest film of all time. And it would be absolutely insane to me if they can get all of that in a nice, cohesive, satisfying film that is 3 hours. I don't think they can do it. So if they were to do this, then that would mean that Avengers Doomsday, while yes, would end with Battleworld being created, would be its own film where Doctor Doom is clearly the main character. They'll pull an Infinity War where Thanos is the main character of that movie and the Avengers are sort of pushed to the side slightly. And then that's what they will do with Doomsday. And then with Secret Wars, that will be about the heroes. And this is where it would be perfect if Secret Wars was split up because you would get part one in 2027, and then part two would hopefully be 2028, which will mark 20 years since the very first Iron Man movie. This would celebrate the 20th anniversary of the MCU beginning. And of course, this is the biggest cinematic universe to ever exist. Because, I mean, yes, of course, we did have, crossover events and stuff before the MCU, like Freddy vs. Jason, Alien vs. Predator, all of this stuff. But Marvel was the first one to do it, and it actually took off. So yeah, what do you think about this theory? Do you think this actually makes sense with the sort of quarter or third circle around the A for the logos? Because I know people are not a huge fan of the logos for the new movies. I don't really mind. I really, really like the Avengers. I don't know why I keep saying Avengers. I love the logo for Secret Wars. I think it looks fantastic. But of course, people are like, oh, this might not be the final design, or I don't trust the designers. But yeah, to me, this would only make sense. But at the same time, the movie releases 2 years from now. I feel like if it was to be split into two parts, they would have announced it by now. But yeah, could you actually imagine if Secret Wars gets split into two parts and the next part comes out the year afterwards? That means we would have technically four Avengers movies well, I wouldn't say in a row, but 4 years in a row of Avengers movies. We have 2025 with the new Avengers, 2026 with Doomsday, 2027 with Secret Wars Part 1, and 2028 with Secret Wars Part 2. Yeah. And, if they do that, let me know what you think they should do with the titles. Do you think they should, have it be Secret Wars Part 1 and 2, or should they just rename Secret Wars Part 1 to something else? But yeah, please, just anything and everything, let me know what you think about this whole thing. Do you think it's ridiculous? Do you think it's actually logical? Just let me know down in the comment section below. And if you did enjoy this video, then please leave a like, subscribe, and goodbye.